Today's Bible story is Daniel and the writing on the wall. What's that, Francis John? Honey sandwiches, honey cake, jars of honey, honeycomb and honey drinks. Sounds interesting. You're going to have a big party with all your friends and you are planning all the food. Well, today we hear all about the party that King Belshazzar organised and what happened when he showed he did not respect God. Are you ready for our story? The story, Daniel and the writing on the wall.
Daniel was one of God's people. When he was a boy, the Babylonians had conquered Jerusalem, and Daniel and others were taken to live in Babylon. Daniel had worked for the king of Babylon ever since, but he never forgot that he was one of God's people and that God was always with him. After King Nebuchadnezzar died, his son Belshazzar became king. King Belshazzar gave a huge party for his officials. He ordered his servants to bring the gold and silver cups that Nebuchadnezzar had taken from the temple in Jerusalem so everyone could drink from them. As they were drinking, they gave praise to statues made from gold, silver, bronze, iron, wood and stone, saying they were gods. Suddenly, a person's hand appeared and began writing on the wall. King Belshazzar was afraid. He could not stand up because his legs were too weak and his knees were shaking and knocking together. The king called for all the wise men to come to him, and he said, "I will give a reward to anyone who can read this writing and explain to me what it means. I will give him purple robes to wear and will put a gold chain around his neck. I will make him the third highest ruler in the kingdom." But none of the wise men could read the writing or understand what it meant. Then King Belshazzar became even more afraid. The queen came to him and said, "King, may you live forever. Don't be afraid. There is a man in your kingdom called Daniel, who is very smart and very wise. Your father, King Nebuchadnezzar, put this man in charge of all the wise men. Call for Daniel, and he will tell you what the writing on the wall means." So they brought Daniel to King Belshazzar, and he said, "If you can read this writing on the wall and explain to me what it means, I will give you purple robes to wear and put a gold chain around your neck. Then you will become the third highest ruler in the kingdom." Daniel answered the king, "You gave praise to the gods of silver and gold, of bronze, iron, wood and stone. They are not really gods. They cannot see or hear any or understand anything. But you did not give honour to God. Because of that, God sent the hand that wrote on the wall. These are the words that are written: Mene, Mene, Tekel, Parson. And this is what the words mean. Mene means numbered. God has counted the days until your kingdom will end. Tekel means weighed. You have been weighed on the scales and found not good enough. Parsin means divided. Your kingdom is being taken from you. It will be divided among the Medes and Persians. Then Belshazzar gave an order for Daniel to be dressed in a purple robe. A gold chain was put around his neck, and he was appointed the third highest ruler in the kingdom. That very same night, King Belshazzar was killed, and Darius the Mede became the new king of Babylon.
In our story, we heard how King Belshazzar showed how much he did not respect God by taking the cups used to help worship God in Jerusalem to worship his own gods. They were not real gods, but only statues who could not see or hear or understand anything. God was not impressed by King Belshazzar and interrupted the party by making a hand write words on the wall. Only Daniel was able to read them and tell the king what they meant. I wonder, What things do you do that shows you respect something or someone? You may like to close your eyes and think about that now. I'm going to say a prayer, and if you'd like to make it your prayer too, please say amen at the end after me. Dear God, King Belshazzar did not care about you. Thank you that you care about me. Please help me to learn more about what makes you special. Amen. What's that, Francis John? Do I think there will be enough food at your party? I'm sure there will be. That's good. And would I like to come too? Oh, yes, please, Francis John. And would you like me to bring you some extra honey as well? Yes. Well, thank you for joining us today for the story of Daniel and the writing on the wall. We look forward to seeing us again soon. Goodbye and God bless.